Howdy folks, my name is Howdy, and you're watching Brickity Split, the show where we talk all things LEGO Star Wars. I've got a different kind of video for you guys today, because we're going to be talking about some 2026 rumors that have already surfaced. We're barely halfway through the year. Pardon my voice for this video, I just woke up, I'm a little congested, but my LEGO Star Wars tism outweighs my ailments, so we're working through it. Some of the biggest waves of LEGO Star Wars sets we've ever gotten have been in tandem with movies releasing that year, and we haven't had a Star Wars movie in a long time, but 2026 is going to see the release of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, so this could be one of the biggest years for LEGO Star Wars we've seen in years. Now keep in mind, the rumors I'm about to talk about are very preliminary, probably a good half of them are misinterpreted or wrong entirely, so don't get your hopes too high. First rumor I want to talk about is one that I'm sure you guys already suspect, but in 2026, fittingly, we are rumored to get a Playscale Razer Crest remake. I honestly am not really a big fan of the 2020 Razer Crest. The shaping is just not doing it for me, so I'm absolutely on board for a redo. And maybe the designers have been inspired by some awesome community-made mocks to kind of give the shaping another try for the Razer Crest. I would love to see that. Now, of course, this is modern-day LEGO, so expect some massive downscaling, but the details should be on point. Now, as it pertains to the minifigures, we don't know for sure which characters are featured most heavily in the Mandalorian movie with this new Razer Crest that the Mandalorian's flying around in. We could see a new Ahsoka minifigure, a Rada the Hutt figure, we could see Zeb or whoever this guy is. I don't know, the sky's the limit. As far as cost goes, we don't really have any indicators there. The 2020 model was $120, so this one would probably be like $120, $140 with some downscaling. That's my guess. This is the only rumor today that I can safely say is going to come in 2026. I can't imagine LEGO missing that marketing opportunity. They want to make money. This is the best way. Go for it. Moving on now to another very big playset coming in 2026 allegedly. Also another one I'm sure you guys have already heard whispers about, but we are rumored to get another Playscale AT-AT. This was definitely one of the most heavily featured vehicles in that little teaser trailer that came out. Well, it was kind of like leaked or whatever. Now, the last AT-AT from the year 2020 retailed for $170 and was a pretty good size. I feel like this one will also be around that price point, but definitely smaller. Honestly, I think there's a decent chance that the pricing for 2026 is going to be a little more reasonable. With each new Star Wars movie comes a lot of new fans and new consumers of Star Wars memorabilia and products and everything. So I'd like to think LEGO might try to make the prices of these sets in 2026 a little bit more consumer friendly, but maybe that's just wishful thinking. This model will probably be a little smaller than the 2021, maybe with some greater details though. Expect it to be the size of around the 2010 AT-AT. That one was a little on the small side, but still looked pretty good. Just for this entire year in general, I would expect these new updated models to look kind of like the clone turbo tank of 2025, you know, like, yeah, the shaping is there, it's got good details, it's just small. And this set I'm sure is going to come with some fantastic Imperial minifigures, maybe not necessarily snowtrooper centric, maybe it's going to lean a little bit more into those range troopers. I'd love to see more of those. I kind of doubt there's going to be a single set for this Mandalorian and Grogu movie that does not have the Mandalorian and Grogu minifigures, so if you want to buy them all, you'll kind of be amassing an army of Mandalorians and Grogus. Speaking of army building, we are moving on now to a battle pack rumor, which I'm actually pretty pumped for. The word on the street is that we are getting a Siege of Mandalore battle pack, including 2 Mandalorian Super Commandos and 2 332nd Clone Troopers, and man, I really hope those helmet holes are going to be gone. And let me preface, a lot of you nerds don't really understand this problem. It's not the helmet holes that are the problem. Is where they are. Imagine if Anakin Skywalker came out with a new minifigure, a new face print, only his eyes were closed and he had another pair of eyes that were open right above them. That's how stupid the helmet hole issue is to me. Like, how do you mess that up? Move them down there and get rid of whatever the hell this is. Knowing LEGO, though, these will probably be reuses from the 332nd battle pack. I mean, as long as there's no named characters in this battle pack, I think we're all in the clear. There might be a Gar Saxon in this battle pack. That's a real possibility that is kind of scary to think about. So if you've been waiting to sell your Gar Saxon minifigure for when his value is at its peak, I might keep your eye out on this rumor in particular, as it may end up posing a threat to your Gar Saxon value, but again, that's all just speculation. And if the 327th Star Corps battle pack is any indicator of what this will cost, there's a good chance this could be $30 to $40 and contain, you know, like 200 something pieces. So prepare your expectations, you know, prepare to be disappointed for the 2026 battle packs. Another rumor, which kind of surprised me, I don't really see a point to this set, but it would be the Cobb Vanth versus Cad Bane duel, which sounds awesome, and we didn't get Cobb Vanth in the original waves of Mandalorian sets, set, so I'd love to get him here. It just kind of feels like they missed the opportunity, and then they went back to do it anyway, like how Black Widow got her own movie after she died in Avengers. This particular leak says that it's similar to the ObiWan versus Darth Vader duel that came from the Kenobi show, which, you know, a lot of people just joked about that being, oh, a $40 gray base plate with some minifigures. So this could just be a tan, you know, sandy Tatooine base plate with some minifigures. I don't really know. If this was more like the Ahsoka and Darth Maul duel set, I think that would be a little bit more fitting, like a little bit of scenery, maybe like one play feature or something for like $15, $20, that'd be great. But yeah, out of all the rumors we're talking about here today, this one almost sounds the least plausible, even though it is in association with the Mandalorian who's getting his own movie. This just seems like old news, you know? Up next, we got a rumor for you 18 plus collectors out there. We are allegedly getting another Darth Vader bust Lego set, and we have seen one Darth Vader bust before in 2019, which I thought looked really good. I do not think the Darth Vader helmet set looks good at all, so I would love to see a kind of redo of the shaping there with some more modern techniques. That original Darth Vader bust retailed for around $40. This one will probably be a similar size, maybe smaller, and retail for more money. I don't know, we'll just have to see. But yeah, I think Darth Vader's like chest, shoulder, armor pieces and everything, that's a very important part of how iconic he is, and I would love to see that captured in Lego once again. But yeah, I'm all aboard for the busts, you know, I think that would look great for clone troopers, stormtroopers, characters like that. Moving on now, next rumor, oh my goodness, you Clone Wars heads are gonna go crazy for this one. Rumor has it we are getting a Starship Collection Midi scale Ventor. That's right, baby. People were wanting this back in 2024 when the Invisible Hand came out. I think this will mean that the Invisible Hand is going to retire later on, maybe 2027 or 2028 even, so people can continue to buy it in pairing with that Ventor. That just seems like some brain dead easy marketing. I don't know why Lego wouldn't do that, but the Midi scale Ventor and Invisible Hand should at least share 1 year on shelves together, which should be enough for all the collectors to get it. Kinda up in the air whether or not it's going to be the Clone Wars style or the movie style Ventor. I think the Revenge of the Sith style Ventor looks way better with that gray bridge, but it could be after that UCS Ventor from 2023, they'll want to make this with the same red accents along the bridge to match, I don't know. But yeah, if that $50 Midi scale acclimator this year is any indicator of what this will cost, this will probably be closer to 60 or 70, I'd say. Hell, I can see him try to get $80 or $90 out of this, and I know that the Clone Wars fanboys would still buy it. In any case, the acclimator looked really good. I'm sure this will as well. There's also some less specific, just general rumors for the year of 2026. Allegedly, we're not getting any Andor sets for the first half of 2026, so you guys won that TIE Avenger will have to wait. Sorry about that. The possibility of dioramas returning, I think that sounds cool. Of course, 2026 will mean the 10th anniversary of Rogue One. We may get some kind of Rogue One themed diorama, maybe the Death Star looming above Scarif or Jeddah or something. There's also some very vague rumors that say things along the lines of some sets use special bricks, they are not Duplo. Dollhouse-like set does not use mini dolls. I don't know what this means, especially not in like Star Wars context, so I guess like leave your theories or whatever in the comments. This could be complete misinformation. And we got one more rumor for you guys today, and I might be more excited about this one than any other, but there is apparently a possibility of a set in 2026 coming out with Mas Amida and Sly Moore minifigures. I have been wanting that for so long. Honestly, I think a diorama set would be best with like Chancellor Palpatine's Senate pod with Mas Amida and Sly Moore beside him. I think that would be fantastic. I think that would be a really cool May 4th gift with purchase set. I don't know how well it's going to do on shelves with the average consumer, but I mean collectors getting it for May 4th, oh my goodness, those minifigures are going to be highly sought after. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the 2026 rumors. I'm pretty pumped. It's kind of crazy that we've gotten this many rumors already, even though we're only halfway through 2025. There's definitely a ton of people crossing their fingers hoping for better prices in 2026, and I'm right there with you. And I shouldn't really have to specify, but these are rumors. Let's not try to get our hopes too high. We've played this rumor game before. Sometimes they're wrong, sometimes they're right. It's just a roll of the dice. The UTAT rumor was believed for a really long time before that ended up being false, so tread lightly along the topics of rumors is all I'm saying. Try not to get too worked up about it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this style of video and would like to see more things like it in the future, me talking about new rumors and news in the LEGO Star Wars community, let me know down in the comments below. Once again, I am Howdy. This has been Brickity Split. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and take it easy.